I couldn't imagine my life without sports today. From an early age, it was always baseball, football, or wrestling. And now that I can't play those sports anymore, it's anything that I can watch on TV, whether that be baseball, football, or wrestling, hockey, basketball, badminton even. I mean, anything that I can watch on TV I think is really cool. I'm really into collegiate sports as well. March Madness is one of my favorite months because all those players put their life on the line for one common goal, and that's to win a championship for their team. Um, Sports taught me three things growing up when I was a kid. It taught me how to be disciplined, it taught me teamwork, and it taught me humility. And I think those three attributes can translate over to the workforce really well. Sports was also a great way to bond with my parents. My dad taught me how to enhance my craft and how to keep on track with my sports. And if something went wrong with any of my games, my mom was always there to pick me up when I was down. If I got pinned in wrestling or if a ground ball went through my legs in baseball, she was always there to help me. Sports is a great way to teach you how to be successful in other daily aspects as well. According to Livestrong.com, sports helps improve concentration, fitness, and test scores. That's why you always see your athletes are the best students as well because they have a very strict sports schedule. They also have to that translates over to their very strict schoolwork as well. And a lot of high school and middle school coaches are also pushing their players to not only play the sport that they're coaching, but play other sports as well because those other sports teach you other facets that you may not have in that they may not get in that sport, and getting those attributes will only enhance your playing as well in the future. Whether or not you play the sport yourself or you know someone who played the sport, I'm sure they'll all say the same thing, and that's that sports impacted them immensely in ways they cannot replace. Unfortunately, at some point, we're all told that we're too old to play the game, no matter what game that is, and you have to hang everything up. So that's why a job in sports may be able to fill that gap. Hi there, my name is Josh Wagner, and today I'll be talking about a job in sports entitled Account Executive and Fan Relations Representative, and kind of all that it entails. So the three things inside of that job I'll be talking about today are what the job is all about, a big push in the job right now, and then the career trajectory of the job in the future. So no matter what sport you look at, every team has a position that has this title because this position helps all the season ticket holders that are a part of that team facilitate the representatives facilitate their account. So if a season ticket holder has any issue on where they're sitting in a certain game or if they want to switch seats in between after the season, any other questions they have, the account holder or the season ticket holder rep helps them with that account. According to Jason Stearns of the Minnesota Wild, the working in sports is a lot of fun, but knowing that at some point you will run into the players, you'll see them. You don't want to be that one rookie that is starstruck and stares at them for 5 minutes. Just know that you have a job and they have a job, and yes, those jobs do happen to interact, but you don't want to be the person staring at them. So just know that you'll meet them and just go on with your day because that will show them the most respect, and they'll show them that you're not just a rookie and you don't want to be that rookie. So first I want to talk about what the job is all about. A lot of this job really does depend on how the team is doing, whether it's the team's record, how the team is being managed, or how the fans are reacting to the team. Any of those three things can really impact office morale, and it can really make a really good day or a really crappy day. Someone who can thrive in this position needs to have many different qualities. You have to be able to work with the team, but also work with yourself. You will a lot of the times be working with maybe upwards of 600 season ticket accounts, and then also your team within the organization. But other times you'll be making phone calls, answering emails, all that kind of stuff. So you have to be able to work, and you have to be self-motivated as well. Like I said earlier, this job can have you working with upwards of 600 accounts at one time, so knowing how to manage all those accounts and not just favoriting certain accounts is a really key attribute. According to Ed Gagnon of Ticketing Today, there are 5 qualities that make up the best reps. So the first quality is being responsive, doing things now. You see a lot of complaints and concerns, and people want those issues solved right now. You don't want to be that rep that waits a week and a half to get back to a person because that issue needed to be resolved 6 days ago. You want to be that person who is right on top of it. You may not get to it right away that day, but at least within 24 hours. A big push right now is account holders getting back to their season ticket accounts within 24 hours of a complaint or a call. You also have to be analytical to get the most bang for your buck. Good reps will be able to handle individual tasks as well as being able to meet targeted goals. So you do want to take care of those accounts, but you're also trying at the same time to get other people to come and sign up for season tickets because you never want to have a shortage of people that have season tickets because you're not doing your job right then. or there, yes, there may be a lull in the season and the team's not doing that best, but you still want to get people to kind of come in and sign up for season tickets. You want to be an issue resolver. You have to deal with a lot of emotions. As I said earlier, people will call and complain, even though they know and you know that you can't solve the issue and it's a team thing. They just want to call. They just want to call and then vent to you. You have to be the person they vent to, and even though you may have a lot of stuff to do that day, keeping in their emotions in mind and your emotions in mind. You cannot freak out at them and hang up the phone. You want to be there to help them, or just be there an ear to vent to. You want to be collaborative, so supporting the team within the team. Good reps treat their accounts the way that they want to be treated. So it may be as much as seeking out a certain account during a game and just kind of checking up on them, seeing how they're doing. It goes along with a lot of people, and I know it'll make them really happy. You want to be a relationship thinker as well. Being a long-term thinker, yes, you do want to get these accounts in right now. You want to know how the next deal is going to go with the next person. You want to always be thinking ahead. A big push in the avenue of fan relations right now is the world of social media. And we all live in a world of social media. No matter where you go, you're going to see it, and it's going to be a part of your daily life. According to Brian Clapp of Work in Sports, the social media aspect is not going to make a big push in the future, but it's still going to be apparent in the field. So it's not going to take over. You're still going to have your big commercials, as in like the TV or the radio. It's not going to take that over, but it's just going to enhance the field even more. Most teams have all forms of social media outlets, whether that be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. It's going to have all those different things, so they can get their imprint on the internet as much as they can. Teams make it not only teams just make it really easy for people to find that certain team, even though they may not have a TV, and to be able to watch it. As a season ticket holder of the Minnesota Wild, my family is. The teams also make it very easy for us to have incentives to be online. If there's an away game, and all the announcers always make, or the Wild make it apparent that if you're a season ticket holder, you can enter a certain word in, that they'll have a keyword for that game. And then you can go into your account, and then you can enter in that word, and you get 100 points towards your account, which can be translated into food or drinks or clothes inside a hockey lodge. And then if you enter those words in, if you go on Facebook or Twitter, and Instagram, and you tag that certain team in that post, you also get 100 points towards your account as well. So they make it incentive based for your season ticket holder accounts to be online. When you have an impact online, you're reaching for so many people. You're reaching more people than you may think. A good rep knows how to have an effective media platform, because they may not be able to be reached on the phone at their office right away. So maybe if you tweet at your rep or text your rep, it may be a good way to get in contact with them. The next thing and last thing I want to talk about is what's coming up in the field. Every team is striving to have the best overall fan experience. And actually, the Minnesota Wild, according to Jeffrey Baidu, who was a season ticket rep, the Minnesota Wild had the best fan experience in the 2014 and 15 season, the best arena experience. So having that title is a really good thing to have. Unfortunately, the Wild got stripped of that title this last season, so they're really trying to strive to make that the best fan experience again. The world of fan relations has stayed very similar over the years, and having a great customer service is the number one priority. You don't want to be that rep who is turning away their account holders and not being able to be reached at any time. You want to be that rep who's always going to be there, even though they're not going to be there right away. You're going to be there at some point. According to Erica McKenzie of the Minnesota Wild, the timing is a huge aspect of your job. You have to know when to strike and to really press for your customers. You don't want to be pressing people to renew their season tickets in the middle of the season when there's a big lull going on and the team is not doing that well. You want to be able to press them when the team is doing really well, or when the team made the playoffs. That's a really big push for account reps, is to really talk to their accounts that way. Each team has different people that do different things. One of the biggest things right now is they're trying to be able to reach accounts the way they want to be reached at. So if some account wants to be emailed, or maybe have a handwritten letter, or just reached by telephone, different reps do different aspects of that. So they're also making those people be able to be reached at the way they want to be reached at. I mean, the last big thing the league is trying to do is create all digital tickets, so nothing is paper anymore. Whether you print it off at your home or have some printed off for you, season ticket holders now get a credit card almost looking thing, and then all your tickets are online digitally. And before each game, you just select the game you're going to go to and put that virtual ticket on your card, and then that card gets swiped at the arena instead of having a ticket there, and then they print off a little, it's just a small stub that they use now for you guys. So that's one of the biggest pushes right now that the Wild have done, and I know that the rest of the league is implementing. So in conclusion, working in sports is something that can only be thought of as a dream for me. Knowing what the reps have do for all these season ticket holder accounts, my family included, is something that I can only dream of doing as well. Seeing a kid going inside of an arena and being starstruck by all the sights and smells and sounds of an arena is something that I look back at when I was growing up and I only dreamed of doing today. So being able to treat families the way my family's been treated is amazing. So that's just a little bit of what a season ticket rep does, and as always, go Wild.